Welcome to Petty Details, where the crew gallivants down a tree-lined lane of conversation on all kinds of different subjects. Join the crew as they jump in the Wayback Machine in the quest for nuggets of knowledge. Our journey will allegedly drop some petty details on you that you didn't know you needed to know until now. Hello, crew! Welcome to Petty Details.
Hello, hello.
Today we are going to talk about something that
Hi.
you didn't know that you needed to know until now.
Oh, I'm like, what are we talking about today, Meg?
Yeah, we're going to talk about something cool. So, as always, I have
Wait,
my trusty co-hosts, Monica and Cam. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
And please subscribe so you don't miss anything.
to never miss out on those
And
petty details.
we have some new merch. So, Monica has her allegedly shirt on, I see.
Woohoo!
Cam, what shirt are you wearing today? Ooh, let's go in the Wayback Machine. That's
Wayback
good.
I
Machine.
like
We are
it.
doing the Wayback Machine tonight.
Fantastic. I
Oh
need to get the
boy.
Wayback Machine. It's happening.
Yes. And I have a new shirt that is out there now. So if you
Uh-oh.
want it, it's from our Milli Vanilli collection. Just kidding, we don't have a whole collection. It is the
Not villain. Yes.
Yes. I
That's
love it.
beautiful.
Oh,
I love
I
that.
love this shirt. So, and it's
not
from
villain.
one of my
Oh
favorite
my God.
episodes. So if you've
Nice.
not seen the Milli Vanilli episode, go back and watch it. It is a whole thing. It's a whole journey.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
All right,
gonna,
but today, are you ready?
heck yeah, let's do this.
Let's talk about one of the coolest
Yeah.
national parks in the US.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we are going to talk about Mammoth Cave National Park. Have we heard of this place?
I've heard of it,
I
but
have
I
not.
am drawing a blank as to where it is.
It is the longest cave system in the world and is located in the great state
Ooh.
of Kentucky. It is
Okay.
beautiful.
Not where I was thinking, but okay.
Yeah. All right, so obviously, the history of the cave goes back in the way back days. This cave was
Oh.
not
Wait,
made
are we?
in 1950.
No.
But we're going to start by going in the Wayback Machine with the first European to visit the cave. And this is in 1797.
Wow.
Oh wow. Way back.
Way back, yeah. I'm going to butcher this name probably, but I'm not going to worry about it because they were way back there. A Houchin, and it depends on which story you believe, but it could have been one of three brothers or their father
Okay.
were
Oh.
hunting. Yeah, it
Mhm.
could be any of them. So
Hmm.
that's why I'm like a Houchin.
It
We're
wasn't a
hunting.
family trip.
Yeah, it was a family trip.
It
They
wasn't all of
probably
them.
all did it.
It was one or the other. Yeah.
Ish. Yeah, one of them. So they're hunting and they found a large cave entrance. And so that was the first time that this was found in written history. I'm sure that it was found before then, but this is the first time that we know about. But the first survey and registration of the land that has the cave entrance was
Mhm.
in 1798. And
Okay.
this is by a guy
Okay.
named Valentine Simmons, who started using the cave for its saltpeter,
Okay.
which sounds hilariously dirty, but it's
But
a
it's
mineral.
I'm like, but it's
Okay.
not.
But this is a mineral that was used for food preservation,
Reservation.
preservative.
Yes.
There we go. And fireworks.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I am going to put on my cave background so you guys can see how beautiful this thing is.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That is gorgeous.
Very cool. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so this dude is using it for the mineral, but basically the land is owned by like various people and it's being mined
Mm,
for various minerals. So this goes on until about 1838 when the land changes hands to a guy named Franklin Gorin, who decides he wants to run it as a
okay.
tourist attraction. And he only wants it to be a tourist attraction since the mineral market wasn't
Oh.
making that much money anymore.
Okay, so it was no longer going to get
Ah.
mined. It was just going to be there for people to look at.
Right. Exactly.
Look at this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at this.
Come check out my
Uh,
cave. That's what she said.
They're like,
now,
this salt is used for KFC's fried chicken. I don't know when KFC's fried chicken is, but this salt is used in KFC's fried chicken recipe.
which is actually delicious, there is a place in Kentucky where you can still get the original recipe that Colonel
Oh
Sanders
wow.
actually made, and it's
Oh, wow.
delicious, and it
Oh,
doesn't taste anything like the KFC you've ever had.
Oh, wow.
that's locked in a vault, I'm sure, somewhere.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
it's the only place, and I took a specific trip to this place just to try it, and it was delicious.
No, dang. Worth
Mhm.
the
I can
drive
imagine.
alone.
Worth the drive, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so now this guy Gorin, I get it. There is something flying around. I'm not having a stroke. Okay. I'm just saying.
I was like, oh no.
I thought maybe the cave background was getting to you and you were starting to like see bugs or spiders or something.
No, it's one of those little gnats.
She's like, there's
Oh.
water on my head.
Drip, drip, drip. Yep.
Getting everywhere.
Oh man.
All right, so Gorin is kind of on the fence morally because he's a slave owner,
Okay.
but he at least doesn't seem to treat his slaves like shit.
Okay.
So, okay.
Still got some dock points, but
Yeah. But he's using these slaves as tour guides.
Okay.
And one of the tour
Okay.
guides is a guy named Stephen Bishop.
Okay.
So Stephen Bishop was born around 1821 and was reportedly the illegitimate son of a white farmer. And at some point, Bishop's father owes Gorin some money and gives him Stephen instead.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morally questionable.
Mm,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Well, it's not even questionable. It's bad. It's morally
was-
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad. For the
Yeah.
time, probably not, but you know,
Yeah, but
We've learned some
Still-
lessons
we've
since
learned.
then.
Yes. Do not sell people.
they should have knew
Exactly.
back then. Yeah. No, literally.
Yeah. So, but Stephen is smart. He's apparently self-educated. He's funny. He knows some Latin and Greek, and he's
Okay.
got knowledge of geology.
Impressive.
He also is
Nice.
really well liked by the tourists. And there were quite a few authors who mentioned him directly in their guidebooks or magazines about the cave tour.
Okay.
One
Nice,
saying,
nice.
Stephen, the best guide to the cave.
Wow.
So this guy's legit.
Yeah.
And Stephen becomes so popular as a tour guide that even celebrities are seeking him out to give
Wow.
them tours, including an opera singer named Jenny Lind,
Mhm.
violinist Ole Bull,
Okay.
Ollie Bull,
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
spelled O-L-E, and Ralph
Ole.
Waldo Emerson.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But Stephen's a cool
Cool.
dude, right? He isn't just giving these tours. He is exploring the cave.
Oh.
He's going into these places that nobody else has been, and
Okay.
he
So he's
actually-
like expanding how
He's
much of
Indiana
the
Jones.
cave. Okay.
yeah, he's
There you
Indiana
go.
Jones.
Yeah.
And remember that he's doing this like in the dark.
Yeah.
This is the
Oh.
1800s, so it's not like he's got
A
True.
headlamp.
yeah. No,
Lamps, yeah.
we're talking like candlelight kind of
Right.
shit here. So
Yeah, he's taking a lantern in with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there is a part of a certain tour that you can take where you go into one of these like caverns and they turn off the lights
Wow.
and it's
Mm.
freaking dark. Like you've never seen darkness like this. It gets into your
Oh,
soul dark.
I
It's insane.
just got the chills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he's going into all these different places, and he actually becomes the first person to cross a place called the Bottomless Pit.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, which is one of the tourist attractions.
Huh.
And him and Goran are one of the few people to have gone down to the bottom of a place called Goran's Dome.
Hmm.
And he gets to
Okay.
name a lot of these places as he finds them, which is cool.
Yeah. That
And
makes
all the
sense.
while he's like mapping this cave.
Okay.
Including a time in 1842 where he is sent to a plantation and
Hmm.
he ends up drawing some of the map from memory.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
pretty
his
so
good.
he got okay.
yeah.
Wow.
His map was even published in 1844.
Hmm.
He was given full credit for his work, which is unusual.
I was gonna say at the time,
This in
especially
Kentucky?
This is in
Yeah, I was
Kentucky.
like, what?
Yeah.
yeah, especially given the circumstances, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
crazy.
this map was being used even 40 years after it was published.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So Bishop
Pretty
mapped
cool.
about 10 miles of the cave passages. Over half were discovered by him.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This guy's like amazing.
What I was
And
gonna say, can you consider the time again, like you said,
mhm,
it's the 1800s. They don't have electricity. Like he's doing this with the
Right.
lantern and then drawing the map from memory when
yeah,
when he has time. Like
right.
Yeah.
I
He's
can't
like, I
even
took a left
crazy.
remember a
here
phone
and then
number.
went a right there, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting here with the GPS on just to go down the street,
Right?
like trying to figure out where I've already been. Yeah,
I'm like, I've lived here for years. I still don't know how to get to Walmart.
Seriously.
Uh,
exactly.
so even now, his map is regarded as being, quote, very accurate in terms of topography and relationship of the various
Wow.
aspects of the cave's many branches.
Wow.
Like, this is a good map. This
That's pretty
isn't
cool.
Yeah.
just, like the shit I draw.
Right. Huh.
I will draw you a map and it will be
I was
bad.
gonna say, are your maps as good as your bridge models
Yes.
with the toothpicks
Oh
and
man.
Yes.
the for roll-ups? Then we're on to something. We're in good shape then.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So he even was showing on this map where two major lines connected. Okay. So two major
Okay.
lines of
Okay.
these
Of the
passages.
caves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Mhm.
wasn't found again until 1972.
So he found it and mapped it, but then
Wow.
nobody else.
Even with the
Wow.
map, yeah.
Yeah, because after it was discovered, in 1972, they figured out that the passage had been flooded by construction of a dam in 1905. So that's why nobody else ever found it. He
Oh,
found it.
That's kind of cool.
Hmm.
That's so cool. Because, like,
crazy.
you got to think about that type of stuff, like when stuff like that happens and caves flood, like, parts of them are just gone
Yeah.
Yeah.
to humanity
Yep.
until either the water level goes back to being low or
Or it's just
nothing.
gone.
But yeah, unless you become part fish.
Right.
Part
You ain't
fish,
getting in
yes.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even collapse. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
surrounding construction or whatever, regardless, like just natural conditions can lead to it too, just,
Hmm.
to these
Yep.
caves
Hmm.
collapsing or
Give you a
whatever.
sinkhole or something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, a petty detail here, he was also said to have discovered an eyeless fish, which they
Hmm.
think is the northern cave fish.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
He's out
He's
here
like, hey,
discovering all kinds of stuff.
he's like, I took a left here. I went right at the eyeless fish, and then I went left, and they're like, whoa, wait, what? What
Back
Exactly.
up a
eyeless
step.
fish are you talking
Back up a step. What are you talking about? What
about?
fish?
His name is George. I
His
just
name's
walked right
George.
by him.
We are friends and
George
he
the
likes
eyeless
me.
fish. Yeah.
I mean, he's never seen me, but
He tells me hi every
Exactly.
morning.
So now Bishop stayed on at the cave even after being freed in 1856, but
Nice.
sadly he died the next year of tuberculosis.
Oh,
But he
Oh,
did end up having a wife and child, and
okay.
his wife actually married another cave guide after his death.
Hmm.
And this stayed in the
she has a
family
type.
be yeah, she's got a type.
Eh,
So this actually stayed in the family. Bishop's nephew also became a cave guide.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So in the early 1840s, like 1842-ish, there was also
Hmm.
a tuberculosis hospital set up in the cave.
Oh, wow.
Although it didn't
Oh,
last long and closed about a year later since it didn't seem to cure the disease. But
I
Were
would
they,
say
I was
like,
gonna say, were they under
well,
the
because
impression that the like minerals would help
yeah, I think so.
cure the disease?
probably because
Okay.
I think they were just trying everything because they're like,
Yeah,
put people
True.
outside, fresh air
right?
and light.
Hmm.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Also, put people in a cave. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. If the sunshine didn't work, we're going to try a cave.
Right.
So
literally.
in 1866, this guy named Charles Waldeck was the first to get photos of the cave. And all of this made it become a huge tourist attraction. And in
Mm.
1851, they even held an opera concert in the cave.
Oh, I bet that was
What? The
phenomenal.
acoustics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that.
Oh,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet
that's
that would be
crazy.
phenomenal.
But with great success comes people who want to exploit it.
Yes.
So in the early 1900s, people start seeing how successful this is and are buying up different pieces of land and basically using various marketing deception, shocker, to get tourists to come to
Mhm.
their area.
Hmm.
And they are going so far as to hop on people's cars and tell them that the cave is closed or caved in and
Oh
that they can
my,
come see whatever other attraction they were trying
oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
to.
People are nuts.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Literally.
my.
So
Wow.
then more engineers and surveyors start to come in and try and map it and study the cave. And that goes on until about 1926 when the park was authorized, meaning the government was like, yeah, we're going to make this into a park,
What
which
year was that?
was 1926.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Which was all great,
Yeah.
except it forced a lot of people to move off the land.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't
Damn.
actually dedicated as a national park until 1941 after all these land disputes were settled.
Wow, it took that long.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jeez.
People were like, no, I'm not moving. Good luck.
Right.
Right.
Lived here my whole life. What the
Well,
heck?
Uh-huh.
also like you got to think 1920, would you say 1926 to
Yep.
Hmm.
1941? That's like First World War, right? Like First World
Mm,
War. Oh no,
it's
First World
after.
War is before that.
Yeah, this
So
is
it's
like
kind of like
Great
it's
Depression
before World War
era.
II.
Yeah. So
Okay, Great
yeah, it's like
Depression.
Great
There you go. That's
Depression
yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
before World War II.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you can imagine. I
Oh yeah.
mean,
I don't
all
I
this crap
don't
happening.
assume
And they're like, we're also
knowing the
taking your
area, I
land.
don't assume that they had a lot of money and they
Mm,
probably really
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of money during the Depression. So yeah, I
Right.
can imagine that these people were like, I'm
right.
not going anywhere.
They couldn't readily just, up and move. The
Mm-mm.
government didn't have a whole lot of
Yeah,
money to incentivize them to move.
Right.
yeah.
Yep. So this park is huge though. It is
Mm.
about 53,000 acres.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah. And like I said, it's considered the longest cave system in the world, with about 426 miles of passageways that have been surveyed so far. And
Oh
they're
my
still
gosh.
discovering new passageways in this system.
I was just gonna ask, is it fully
That's
explored or
It is
they,
not.
yeah.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But this cave is really cool. There are different tours that you can take, as I said. You can camp at the
You,
national park.
oh, you can?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought you meant in the
Nice.
cave. I was like, huh?
No, you can't camp in the cave, but the national park
I was
itself is
like,
just
what?
beautiful, just by
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah,
You can hike, you can even boat down the river at the park there.
Okay.
that's cool.
They even have tours specifically for people with disabilities.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these cave tours aren't that expensive and they're really cool.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's really cool. I'm gonna have to.
Um,
Okay,
yeah,
I have to
no,
start
it's
planning a
really
trip to
cool.
If you
Kentucky.
live in, yeah.
Another petty detail, there is also a really fun zoo there, near there, called Kentucky Down Under.
Okay.
And there is
Oh.
another fun thing called Dinosaur World that has a bunch of almost life-size dinosaurs.
What?
Yeah.
I know where I'm going.
This seriously, I was like, okay, now I really do need to plan a
Yeah.
trip to
That's
Kentucky.
cool.
Anyway, super fun area. Definitely worth the visit.
Heck yeah.
I think that we should be sponsored
Yeah.
by the Kentucky, tourist
Agreed.
bureau
Honestly,
because
yes, because I was like, what do you go to Kentucky for?
Right. Besides the
Not
derby.
Mhm.
not any shade to anybody who live in Kentucky, but like I'm just saying, like
No,
I don't plan on
because it's
playing it. Well,
freaking
now
gorgeous.
I
They've
do.
got a cool cave. They've
Yeah.
got all this
Yeah.
cool stuff. Yeah. And that zoo there, Kentucky Down Under, is really cool. Like you can walk up to freaking wallabies and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you can go. There are
Okay.
kangaroos that you
Yeah.
can literally walk in this
So
area with.
original KFC recipe,
Mm-hmm.
the cave, the zoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
it's
dinosaur
had
Kentucky's
for
world.
me. I'm there.
Kentucky's popping off now.
Dinosaurs. Yep, yep. Population, add one more.
That's
Right.
I'll be
right.
there.
It really is. It's a really cool area. So, but when you go down there to see the caves,
Hmm.
remember Stephen Bishop and how much he
Yeah.
worked to put in, or how much work he put in to discover all of these little areas with
Yeah.
probably not
Mhm.
much more than a lantern.
That
Yeah.
blows my mind. I mean, because
Mhm.
now, like you said, now it's over how many miles? 420
426 miles.
miles of caves.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And to think that he discovered what may have been a small portion of those, but like you said, with little more than a lantern,
Yeah.
you
By
know,
himself
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. Yeah.
and he had to hand draw those maps from memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
And he
my
This
found
guy
gosh.
was
George the
amazing.
fish.
And he
Yeah.
found George the fish.
Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. But he is definitely a cool guy
crazy.
of history that should be
Yeah,
remembered.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't have this national park if he hadn't been
We wouldn't.
such a great tour guide,
Right.
seriously.
That's right. Yep. So, Stephen Bishop, Mammoth Cave, Kentucky,
Yeah.
head down.
Heck yeah. Go
And
check out the
definitely,
zoo too.
yep, definitely stay petty, my
Yeah.
friends.
Yep.
All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.